Would a more traditional environment or an international preschool environment be better for your child? I believe that many parents are no longer just focusing on academics. We are considering confidence, communication skills, exposure to different cultures, and all within a safe and warm environment. What stands out at Manasseh Meyer International School is how the school combines an international environment and strong facilities with a community that feels very personal for young children. SMMIS has been part of Singapore's international education landscape for over 30 years, but the campus still feels modern, spacious, and very thoughtfully designed. The kindergarten program follows a Reggio Emilia-inspired play-based approach, while gradually introducing stronger academic foundations as children grow older. The community here is also very international, including Singaporean, British, Australian, and Japanese families. Overall, SMMIS feels smaller and more close-knit compared to many larger international schools, especially at the nursery and kindergarten level. The program combines a Reggio Emilia-inspired play-based approach with specialist subjects, mindfulness, swimming lessons, and access to facilities like the sports hall, auditorium, and swimming pool all within one campus. One thing that really stood out to me during the tour was how comfortable the children seemed expressing their thoughts and speaking up in class. You can also tell that the teachers here know the children quite well, not just academically, but also their personalities, confidence levels, and how they learn best. You can also really see the Reggio Emilia approach in practice. Instead of simply giving answers, teachers were asking open-ended questions and encouraging children to share their own ideas and observations. Although SMMIS has Jewish roots, the school today is very international, with families from over 30 nationalities. What's interesting is that the fees are still quite comparable to many local premium preschools, but children get a full international school environment from a very young age. You can really see that diversity in the classrooms too. Children naturally learn how to communicate, collaborate, and build friendships with people from very different backgrounds, while the overall environment still feels warm and close-knit. What I found interesting at SMMIS is how they combine different learning approaches without making the environment feel too rigid or stressful. You can see the Reggio Emilia influence in how children are encouraged to ask questions and share ideas, while Montessori elements come through in the focus on independence and routines. During the tour, I noticed children learning through conversations, movement, hands-on activities, and exploration, rather than just memorizing. One thing that parents may appreciate here is how structured the day feels without becoming overly rigid or stressful for younger children. The day usually starts with calming activities like yoga or mindfulness before lessons begin, which helps children settle into school more comfortably. Throughout the day, children rotate between classroom learning, specialist subjects, outdoor play, swimming lessons, meals, and collaborative activities. Nursery children have a gentler routine with more play and movement, while K1 and K2 children gradually build stronger classroom routines and academic readiness over time. Children here also have access to facilities you do not always see at preschool level, including a swimming pool, sports hall, football field, auditorium, library, and garden spaces all within one campus. The arts also seem to be a big part of school life here, with music, theatre, and performance opportunities helping children build confidence expressing themselves from a young age. The environment here honestly feels more like a full learning campus than a typical preschool. The school is surrounded by greenery, and many of the classrooms overlook nature, which gives the space a much calmer feel for children. What's also impressive is that almost every facility is dedicated to the children. It really feels like children here have access to everything they need to explore different interests and learn confidently from a young age.
It's something that's so important to us that we celebrate each other's nationalities and identities. The school is full of the culture of all of the different students, and one of our highlights of the school year is our International Day, when all of the students proudly walk across the stage and show each other the pride that they have for the country that they came from. Is very, very important to us. And they learn about each other, what's similar, what's different about the faiths that they come to school with. And it's something that we really try to honour as much as possible, that we learn to live together and we learn all of the differences that we have in one very close and warm family-knit community.
Feeling shy and overwhelmed is very normal, especially for this age. Our teachers work with students to ensure that they feel comfortable and that they start to blossom and come out of their shell on their own time. So that might involve letting them have a little bit of space in a calm corner. It might involve letting them play independently, and then when they're ready, coming over to them and joining them in their play, making sure that they have something that they're playing with that they feel comfortable with, and really letting the child start to feel comfortable in their own time.
If you'd like to learn more about SMMIS, you can check out their full profile and compare nearby schools on preschooler.sg. Now let's continue the tour. One practical thing that parents may appreciate is that meals, snacks and swimming lessons are already included in the school fees. The canteen itself feels more like a hotel or cruise dining space, with meals prepared fresh, in-house daily by a team of chefs. There's a mix of Asian, Western, vegetarian and allergy-conscious options, and meal times are also used to help children build independence through simple daily routines. For younger children, especially those joining a new environment, the school seems to place a strong focus on helping them settle in comfortably. Teachers guide children quite gently through routines and transitions, while also keeping close communication with parents. The campus also has security guards throughout the school, which adds on an extra sense of safety for families. For families driving, the school has a dedicated drop-off and pick-up area that is smooth and organized during arrival times. There are also school bus services available, including door-to-door options for some families, which can be very helpful for parents managing busy schedules. SMMIS is priced quite competitively for an international school environment in Singapore. The kindergarten program includes hot meals, snacks, swimming lessons, and teaching materials within the fees, which many schools charge separately for. There are also sibling discounts available for families with more than one child enrolled. In the Sembawang area, there are quite a few preschools and childcare centres nearby, but SMMIS doesn't really feel like a typical preschool in Singapore. Compared to many premium preschools nearby, it offers a much more complete international school environment at a comparable fee range. Children here have access to their own swimming pool, sports hall, auditorium, library, garden spaces, and specialist learning rooms all within one campus. At the same time, the environment still feels warm, calm, and very community-focused rather than overly academic or high pressure. If you'd like to find out more about SMMIS, you can check out their full profile and compare nearby schools on preschooler.sg. And if you have another preschool or international school you'd like us to visit next, do let us know in the comments. See you in the next tour!